And welcome back to this channel here, guys. Lucas from Mars, as we continue with the show 22 Custom League. And in this episode here, we got the Montreal Expos and the Winnipeg Wizards facing off. Wizards right now
And
1-3 on the season, while the Expos the other direction, 3-1 so far on the year here. As we are we're in Winnipeg and looking up these awesome home jerseys of the Wizards here. And you get a look at Bryce Harper. Those are his stats last season. And he has, won the MVP last year in 2021. So definitely got some good stats right there for you. But this will be the home day. This will be the debut of the road jerseys for the Expos. And Alex Cobb on the mound here for the Wizards. And it was pretty decent last year, only 93 innings. So I think he got hurt towards the middle of the season, but still a pretty decent season from him. As there's a look at these Expos road unis, and well, if you know anything about the Expos in real life, then you would kind of expect you kind of know what you expect when you see these uniforms here. The baby blue jerseys with the red pinstripes going down the side there, the blue helmets, and the Montreal logo out there in the front with the number there in the front of that uniform as well. As looking at the starting lineup here, is get a good look at this stadium again, and there's a good look at the jersey there, all blue hats, red and blue on the side of these uniforms there, as you get a look at the lineup, and the lineup so far, only a couple of home runs this season. Wilmer Defoe down there in the bottom of the order is doing pretty well, but here is Joey Votto, one of their bigger hitters here on the team for the Expos, and, he has had a pretty good start to the season already. 1 home run and 4 RBIs from the 267 average. So now we're seeing the averages here show up on the games that we're going to play this season, as here's the 1-2 from Alex Cobb, and it's a sinker that is swung on and missed for the third strike. And that is the end of the first inning. Great pitch here by Alex Cobb in middle of the first. And nothing doing here for either side, as here is Michael Pineda on the mound for Montreal, pitching for the Twins. I know Michael Pineda quite well, and there is his numbers from last year in 109 innings. And here is Tommy Pham, who's only got a couple of hits so far this season. As again, looking at these Montreal jerseys, man, I just love the blue back and the white pants with red pinstripes on it. I mean, red jersey with blue, the jersey itself has white pinstripes, and the pants have blue pinstripes, I remember now, but it's such a great uniform. Now here's a 3-1 to Tommy Pham, and it's ball 4, a walk, as that pitch misses inside, and so here's a base runner now for Yuli Gurriel, only batting 111 this season, and that ball's in the dirt, and I don't know if he was stealing on that pitch. It might be, looked like he had a great jump, at least when that ball went in the dirt, but that is a stolen base for Tommy Pham, so not a wild pitch. And now the man on second here is Bryce Harper, batting 400 right now with a home run and an RBI, doing pretty well for himself this season, and he crushes this ball way back into right field, and he's got his second homer of the season. Bryce Harper setting the bat down, and 341 on the distance there. No doubt home run. 2-0 Winnipeg. And there is a great swing right there. Knew it right away. And way up there into the top row. And man, Michael Pineda kicking himself a little bit for that pitch. Now, I do think that this stadium is smaller than all the other stadiums in the league, and I might go in and kind of edit how far away these walls are in this stadium. And so, I mean, we'll just have to see how what their offensive numbers look like, because their offensive numbers might be a little bit juiced by the time of the season, and we'll just have to see. So I might have to do some stadium adjustments here in this stadium. It does seem like it's a pretty small stadium, but either way, that's a strikeout though, and a curveball down at the knees, and that's a strikeout. But man, oh man, Bryce Harper with his second home run of the season, and absolutely crushed it. And I mean, the thing about that is that's only a 341-foot home run, and it was a no-doubt home run into the second deck. So I'm not sure how far the way the distances are on this stadium, but we might have to adjust it going into next year. But either way, we're in now the top of the second inning. And here's Will Smith batting .273 right now this season. And he will swing and miss at a high four-seam fastball there from Alex Cobb. One down. Now Lourdes Gurriel only batting .067 this year. Only has one hit, I think, so far this season through 4 games, as that is strike 2. And now here's Cobb coming set again. And that pitch is a swing and a miss. Sinker way inside, and cannot catch up at all there in that pitch. Now 2-2, 2-man out, and that's another strikeout. There is 3 of them, and now it's Cobb striking out the side in the second inning, and he's got 4 Ks through the first 2 innings in this game. Quite impressive start for him. As we go top 3, Alex Cobb still on the mound, and that is another strikeout. There's number 5 in the game, 4 in a row by Cobb now. And now with 2 away, first and second, 2 down for Joey Votto, who, well, has struck out in this game. I mean, a lot of guys have done that so far to this point. And here we go, now a 2-2 pitch to Votto. Is a swing and a miss and a knuckle curve. And so Alex Cobb, I mean, kind of logged some base runners here, a hit and a couple of walks, but man, 6 strikeouts through the top of the third. No runs yet, and that is impressive for sure. And then Bryce Harper is up, and, well, he's going to add on to the hit total here, as that's going to be a double down the right field line. And now it's second and third, and nobody out. So Bryce Harper with his second of the season now. Here we go, outstanding at third, and very good chance here for Winnipeg to add on to their 2-0 lead. Now here's Nick Castellanos, 1 for 1 so far, and he swings at the first pitch, sends it into center and a fly ball that is camped underneath and caught. But tagging from third and going home and going to third base is Harper. Here we go, out scores, and Winnipeg is up 3-0 there. Now after that sacrifice fly, and with only 1 man out, definitely an opportunity to get some more on the board, as George Springer not able to do anything there in the outfield. Here's Willie Adames. Not a great season so far for him, only batting .188. But here's a man on third. He's got a great RBI chance now, and that's a fly ball, and that should be deep enough to score Harper. And it's caught in foul territory. Harper tagging from third, and not very close there at the plate. And it is 4-0. So 2 sac flies, 2 more runs here for Winnipeg, and they are up big here early on in this game. They're kind of struggling right now in this one, and here's now Justin Upton, 0 for 1, and Upton will send a ball into the outfield, and that ball's drilled into right, all the way to the wall. Upton around first, and he's going to grab himself a double, an extra base knock to keep the inning alive. So Pineda really struggling. Now needs to just try to get out of this third inning here with Keibert Ruiz at the plate. 2-1 to Ruiz is a fly ball into left. That ball is deep. Going back at the wall, and it is gone! I believe that was Lourdes Gurriel in left field, and it's a home run for Keibert Ruiz. His first of the year, and how about a 4 spot in the third for Winnipeg? So already their second home run of the game, and a 6-0 lead in the third inning in this one. And that ball just barely got out, and that's already a call to the bullpen here. So not even 3 innings for Michael Pineda, who, well, I mean, just really struggled. Nothing else really to say about that. Just did not have a lot of competitive pitches tonight at all. And here is now Julian Merriweather. I think I can't quite see that beginning of that first name, but Merriweather here on the mound for Montreal. And yeah, it is Julian Merriweather. That's a slider for strike 3 to Christian Arroyo. So, man, finally the third inning is over. But man, oh man, 6 runs, 5 hits. And Montreal down big early in this game. So here's George Springer, and there's another strikeout. Man, oh man, Alex Cobb is just ringing everybody up right now. That's his 7th, and now it's Ryan McMahon, who, like so many tonight, has struck out in his only plate appearance so far. 0-2, swing and a miss! At a sinker down below the knees. How about Alex Cobb tonight? 8 Ks in 4 innings. So now we go top 5, and here is Defoe, and Defoe swings and crushes a ball to right. And that one is deep, and it is gone. Well, Wilmo Defoe finally getting the Expos on the board, and, well, they needed something to go their way in this game. And there's the first of the season for him. And Alex Cobb finally makes a mistake as that ball 412 feet, a long and high drive. That would have been a home run in a lot of other ballparks, but great swing there. Not a cheapy home run at all by Wilmer Defoe right there. Now, Nicky Lopez here 0 for 2 in the game with a couple of flyouts. And here is Alex Cobb delivering the first pitch. Swing and a drive into left. Racing back now at the wall, and that ball is gone! And Nicky Lopez with a home run. That ball went 380 feet and did say another bomb, and it's now 2-6. So the second home run of the inning here by Montreal. And that one not as far as the last one, just barely getting out in right field. And only 380 there on the distance. I think center field, straightaway center field is pretty deep, but left and right field corner, not as deep, I don't think, in this stadium. And that's kind of the thing that I'm noticing, is that's a line drive ground ball into the outfield. So Scott now with a single. The inning is still going here, and now that's a drive into the gap. And that ball is gone! And he thought maybe it would just bounce off the wall, but it is over. Joey Votto with his second home run of the game and the third home run of the inning by the Expos. And, well, just like that, we have got ourselves a bowl game. Joey Votto, man, 4-6 now the score, and he's having a great start to this season. 6 RBIs already for him now with the 2 home runs, and 423 feet there. No cheapy home run there by Joey Votto. And, man, Alex Cobb is kind of all falling apart for him here in this 5th inning right now. As here is Will Smith. I mean, he was pitching so good in the beginning of this game with 8 strikeouts in 4 innings, and Alex Cobb here really struggling in this first inning. Still only 1 out. And now, here is the swing to Will Smith. And Will Smith now crushes it into right center. It's another home run. Oh my. Back to back, I think 3 or 5 home runs in the inning by the Expos. It is a 1-run ball game. How about that? I think it's 3 in a row, at least by Montreal, but I mean, there's still only 1 out in this frame. My goodness, 392 and a no-doubt home run, tossing that bat away. How about the home runs in this game? We got 6 or 7 of them in this one already so far today, and there is a pitching change here as out comes Alex Cobb. I mean, 4 innings were great for him, but man, oh man, that 5th inning was absolutely brutal. As here is Julio Cecilian out of the pen, and, well, not a great job in his .1 innings of work this season, as you can see there by that ERA, but, you know, only his 2nd appearance of the year. Can't really judge him too much on just .1 innings, but now it's Lourdes Gurriel, who, man, 1 for 17 this year. That's pretty bad right there. But still only 1 out. Now man on first. And we haven't seen it out in a long time here in this inning. As there's a ground ball, and we might see 2 at once here, as that is a double play. And really graciously needed that double play right there to end an absolutely brutal and just terrible inning overall by the Wizards. I mean, eight hits now by the Expos and 5 runs, 4 home runs in the top of the 5th. My goodness. So now Bryce Harper, 2 for 2 in the game, 8 for 12. I think that says on the season average-wise. I mean, he's just going crazy so far this season. That is a strikeout, though, and a four-seam fastball below the knees. And we're going to get to strike out some, those guys have to strike out at some point in the season. And now Nick Castellanos doing pretty well for himself so far this year. 4 or 5 for 12 this season. And now Castellanos sends a drive out into left. Good is Gurriel at the wall. And it's near the foul pole. And it curls inside of the fair pole and gone for another home run. There's the third or the fourth homer for Winnipeg now. And Nick Castellanos with his second of the season. 2-run lead again for Winnipeg. 7-5. And let's see how far this one went right down the line. As it didn't look like it was going to be fair for a little while, but it does just curve in there. And only 366 on the distance. I mean, yeah, you get it to the corner of this stadium, and you're going to get a pretty good chance you were going to hit it over the fence. There's a strikeout after that home run. Merriweather responding. And look at the StatCast data here on this pitch sequence. A couple of sliders to start it off, and then struck him out with that low four-seam fastball right there. So now 2 down in the frame, and here's Justin Upton. 1 for 2 in the game, and that's a four-seam fastball. Strike 3 at the top of the zone. And that's the end of the bottom of the 5th. But Nick Castellanos keeps the home run train moving in this ball game as he gets another one over the fence. 5-7 at the end of 5. So now, here we go into the top of the 6th with Ryan McMahon up on the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the game so far. Only 1 for 16 on the season. Struggling in that department for sure. And now a 2-0, and it's a fly ball. Straightaway center field. Racing back is the center fielder, and that ball is all the way near the wall and bounces over for a ground rule double. Man, that was a heck of a swing right there by Ryan McMahon, as that ball nearly went over the fence. I mean, I don't know how far away that is, straightaway center, but it looks like it's a pretty far distance there. As now that ball in the dirt, and that ball is going to get away from Ruiz, the catcher, and up to third goes McMahon. And so, I mean, against Julio Cecchine here pitching for Winnipeg, a great chance right now for Alex Kirilloff to grab an RBI, and that's exactly what he'll do, as that's a ground ball to straightaway second base, and Montreal right back in this one again. 1-point lead here for Winnipeg once more, 7-6. And now Nicky Lopez comes on up, and of course he had that big home run back in that crazy 5th inning, and now an 0-1 is a ground ball over to short. And they're going to get the throw on to first base in time. So, middle of the 6th. And Winnipeg still holding the lead. They're up by a run here as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Merriweather still pitching on the mound here. And Keeper Ruiz is up again. And he's going to get a base hit. Yes, he will. They're not going to have a play there. Lopez stops the ball, but he's not able to get the out. So, man on first here with 1 down. Here's Willie Castro, who swings and drives one, sending it into the gap. This one's got a chance, and no, it's off of the... it goes over the wall here, and Willie Castro gets a ground rule double. So, getting into the gap, and, I mean, just a few more feet, that would have gone over. But now second and third, and a 1-man out, and there's a base hit. 1 run scores around third, and trying to come home and save is the runner. Tommy Pham makes it a 9-6 game with a 2 RBI single. And the Wizards here are now back up by a few, up by 3 in this one, and finally they take the pitcher out. J.B. Womlikin comes on out. I don't think they put it. I think they had Merriweather pitching for a lot longer than they should have there in that scenario. But now J.B. Womlikin coming on to get out of the bottom of the sixth here, and it's Bryce Harper. A home run, a double, a couple RBIs. 8 for 18 on the season for him. As the 2-0 is down low for ball 3. 3-0 count, and Nick Castellanos is on deck. I mean, not like Nick Castellanos is a pushover either. So we'll see if they just continue to work around, commit to working around Harper here. Here's the 3-0 by Womlikin. It's a strike. Harper swings at it and drives it over the wall. Line drive shot. And Harper is second of the game in his third of the season. 11-6. And blowing this game wide open. It's a 5-run lead. Only 393 there on the distance, and a line drive home run by Bryce Harper, who, my oh my, is just batting unbelievable this year. 9 for 19 on the season now, and Winnipeg, I mean, their offense has come to play in this game. 11-6 at the end of 6 innings.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
So here's Brent Suter now, who's given up a run, I believe, in 3 innings to this point of the season. And, I mean, if you're Montreal, you just have to ask yourself, what can we possibly do to be able to win this game when the offense on the other side is scoring so many runs? Because that's a swing and a miss and a strikeout there. Suter with his first of the game, and Joey Votto down on strikes on that really, really good pitch at the knees right there. And now an 0-2 is a ground ball. A little chopper back up to the pitcher, and Suter spinning around and making the throw to first base to get the out. So, man, oh man, and still 11-6 as Montreal running out of chances to come back in this game. We're going to go into quick manage here just to try and get this game moving a little bit, as a couple men are on base now. Willie Castro walks, lures the bases up, and there's a walk of Tommy Pham. Another run scores. Here's Yuli Gurriel as we go to a different pitcher out of the bullpen. I mean, this is a situation where something happening here would blow the game wide open, I think. As here's the pitch to Yuli Gurriel. It's a fielder's choice, so they get one out. And then Bryce Harper, he has done it again. A grand slam. Unbelievable. 3 home runs in this game. 6 RBIs. 4 for 5 on the afternoon. And it's 16-6. Ridiculous. And, I mean, at this point, Montreal down by 10 runs. We're just going to sim the rest of this game. No point in really jumping in. This game is, basically all but over. We'll jump in, in the 9th inning. But, man, another couple of runs scored. A double by Arroyo. And just an absolute collapse here on the pitching front for Montreal. 18-6. By far the most runs we've seen in a game combined this season. And we're going to be hard-pressed to see a team score more than that this year, with Winnipeg's getting 18 runs. That is impressive. The offense just went absolutely off in this game, and Bryce Harper went absolutely insane. 4 for 5, 6 RBIs, and 3 home runs, a grand slam, and a couple of solo shots, as there's a fly ball into the outfield, and it's pretty deep, but that's going to be caught, and that is going to end the game. So, a close game for a while there, as Montreal, I mean, they were only down by a run at one point, only down 6-7, but, man, the offense for Winnipeg just too much for the Expos to handle, and the pitching staff for Montreal are really, really struggling in this one, as, I mean, you look at that, 4 runs in the 6th, 5 in the 7th, and 4 runs in the 2nd inning. Just a really struggling game for that pitching staff, as Bryce Harper, man, star of the show, with his absolutely ridiculous 4 for 5 performance And, I mean, we saw the Expos offense do a good amount here. We saw a home run from Joey Votto, but, I mean, just not nearly enough for to coming back in this game at all, as that'll tie the series up in 1 apiece. So the Wizards get their second win of the season, and Montreal handed their second loss of the year. So, I mean, Bryce Harper actually had 8 RBIs because he had a 2-run home run, a grand slam, and I think he had 2 2-run home runs and a grand slam, actually. 4 for 5 with 8 RBIs and 4 runs scored. Just absolutely ridiculous game by that man right there, Bryce Harper. Unbelievable stuff. So we got one more game for you in this episode here, as the Seattle Raptors playing the Phoenix Scorpions. Seattle right now, a good start for their season. They're up. They have 3 wins and 1 loss, and meanwhile 2-2 on the year for the Scorpions. And here's a look at this top prospect ranking here as Caleb Killian making his major league debut in this game, and you get a look at what the top prospects look like for the Raptors. Vito Brujan there at number 1. Well, Oliver Pergrau, number 56 in the MLB, is there at number 2. Ryan Rollinson, Brandon Lewis, Hunter Bishop also down there, but you get a good look at what that farm system looks like. Vito Brujan in Double-A, he's a guy that I think is going to do well in this franchise. But here is Caleb Killian making his major league debut in this ball game here against the Phoenix Scorpions. So Phoenix 2 for 2 this season, and here's Donovan Solano up. And the offense for Phoenix hasn't been great this season, as that's a ground ball right back to first base, and they go to first there, and Caleb Killian gets the first out, his first of his major league career. But looking at this lineup here, I mean, it's not an amazing lineup right now. You have Ramon Urias hitting well, and Hunter Renfroe hitting well as well. Edward Rios batting .462, and Amika Hernandez batting .357. But other than that, this batting order is not starting out the best this season, as that is a strike at the top of the zone. Semien here, 176 average, and that OPS super low at 399 right now. And I know that the stats are kind of wonky because we've only got 4 games in, but definitely not a great start to his season. Caleb Killian, though, that's a pretty good start for his career, as he goes through the first inning, gives up a hit, but does not give up a run in his first major league action. So now we go to the bottom of the first, and there's a new pitcher here also for Phoenix. Not a top prospect like Caleb Killian is, but Jace Vines, a 27-year-old pitcher here, 215 pounds. There's his profile, and he's a rookie. I believe he's a CRAB potential pitcher. So, that guy that we could see maybe develop into something in this franchise. We'll have to see about that, but he's up here, and he's making his major league debut. Brian De La Cruz is batting .313 right now this season, and has a couple of ribbies, so, I mean, he's performing pretty well. And Phoenix, again, 2-2 on the year, looking for that third win to go above 500. Now you're an 0-2. Here's an 0-2 pitch, and it's a changeup below the knees. I mean, that looks like a really close pitch right there, but they give Jace Vines the benefit of the doubt for his first major league strikeout of his career. So looking at this pitch again, and yeah, you could say that was a little bit low, but congratulations all the same to Jace Vines on his first major league strikeout. That is really nice and impressive for him. A 27-year-old, that's had to grind in the minors for a long time, but he's gotten up to the show now, and he has got that strikeout. Major milestone out of the way, and there's a look at this lineup, and the lineup has been pretty good so far. Juan Soto there batting .313. Gio Urshela right now batting .625. That's ridiculous. But a pretty good average here by this team, and a pretty decent lineup right now as Juan Soto is batting. I think, Seattle is probably the best team in this division here. Phoenix is also in this division. I think this division has the Dragons in it, and there's one other team that I'm kind of blanking on at the moment, but I think Seattle is the best team in this division, and I don't think it's really that close, although, only 4 games in, but I think that Seattle just has the best offense and the best depth pitching-wise. But either way, let's see if, somebody proves that wrong, as that ball is way up there on that wall. Very tall wall here in the outfield in Seattle, as these are these teams' home debut here in this episode. And, you know, I like these uniforms here from Seattle, as going to third base on that wild pitch right there is the batter. And I like these home jerseys more than the road jerseys for sure. You know, the red with the blue, with the white striping going down the front, and the white sleeves with the red stripes. I do like these home uniforms better than the road ones, and that is going to be a sac fly, and that's going to be an easy run for Phoenix. So Hunter Renfroe scores, and the Scorpions have taken the lead here, 1-0 in this game. They score first here in the second inning. And, you know, I think Phoenix was, I think they're a home team in the opener of their season, but, you know, the tan jerseys with a little bit of the red and the black in there. I think next year I'm going to put Raptors script in the front of these jerseys because, you know, the logo, I like the Seattle Raptors logo, but I'm not sure if I enjoy it, you know, in the front of that jersey. I think the Raptors text would be a lot better. And that's a ground ball and double play. And that is a double play, and with a man on third, that was huge. I like the Scorpion in the front of this jersey, though. I don't think I'm going to change that. I think it's, you know, a good size and fits the front of this uniform pretty well. But end of the second here, it's 1-0 score, and here's Caleb Killing, and that's a swing and a miss, and a low changeup. And Killian, I think he might have got some innings last year, so not his first Major League strikeout of his career, but hopefully, you know, the first of many for him this season. And, well, that's the end of the inning there. So hopefully the first of many for Caleb Killing in his Major League career, but his first in this game, first, you know, of this season, I should say, for Killian. But now we go to the top of the fourth. And Killian with 50 pitches right now, and you know he's pitching pretty well. Hunter Renfroe up now, 1 for 1 on the day, and that's a diving stop by Xander Bogaerts, and he throws it to first. What a play by a guy that you don't think of as a defensive guy very often, much more known for his offense. But man, that was a great diving stop from Xander Bogaerts. Very impressive. And 82.8 on that throw speed. That was a ridiculously good play right there. Now Edwin Rios up, and here it comes, a full count pitch here to Rios, batting .462 to start the year. There's a swing and a miss. Strike out. And Killian with his second of the game, middle of the fourth. Still remains 1-0 here. And, man, the offense here for Seattle has not done much yet. He gets in the game, and here's now Andrew Benintendi up. And finds only 34 pitches to this point. He's been having a very clean and effective game so far, as that is a ball right in the dirt, bouncing on in with that changeup. And now the count moves to 2-2 for Andrew Benintendi. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. Changeup way outside there, outside of the zone. Not a great pitch to swing at. And there's the strikeout. I think that's the second for Vines in this game as we go to the top of the fifth. And this game moving by quickly here. A pitcher's duel so far, but there's a drive into the window, right into left center field. And that ball is going to get over the wall. Home run. And a big-time shot by Iker Hernandez. And, man, he's got 3 home runs already this year. And in 4 games already. That is a great start to the season for him. And Iker Hernandez with a 2-0 lead in the fifth for Phoenix. Great swing here on a ball that just gets out. 4-10 on the distance there. And, man, great swing by Hernandez. So Phoenix up by a couple now, and here is Ramon Urias with a man on second base and 2 down. Killian trying to get through 5 innings, and a good stop by the third baseman. Jump throw to first base. Man, that was a nice throw. great play to end the inning. And Enrique Hernandez with that big-time home run in a game where right now runs are few and far between. That home run might really matter here or later in this one. Go to the top of the 6th. Jace Vines, man, he's pitching lights out as Caleb Killian still pitching here. That's a ground ball and a base hit up the middle. And with 77 pitches, there's a hit to begin the 6th. Marcus Semien getting on, and well, here's the manager actually, and we're gonna see a pitching change. And I mean, maybe you think that's early for Killian to come out of the game. I think it might be. I mean, only the 6th inning, only 77 pitches on his registrar, but they don't want to push the rookie very much more here in this game, and I can understand that as they bring out John Curtis now out of the bullpen, and in 2.2 innings so far this year, nothing has been really happened against him. But I mean, Killian 5 innings and 2 runs on I think 5 or 6 hits in the game, only 2 strikeouts, but I don't think he walked anybody. Overall, a pretty good performance from the rookie in this game and in his first start of this season here, as that is a stolen base attempt wiped off the board, and so the single by Semien is basically non-existent now. Winner on first for Yadier Molina, and that's a ground ball to first base. Taylor made double play, 1-2-4, and back to 1 again. As actually, at first base, I don't think is number one position. I should know my baseball positions, but that is a double play, and we go bottom of the 6th here. Jace Vines is still rolling, as that's ball number 3. Juan Soto on deck. Definitely don't want to get to him. As with the man on second, there's a fastball on the knees to Benintendi, and there is a monster 3rd strikeout for Jace Vines. My oh my. So both teams with 5 hits in the 7th. This game is just flying by right now. And here's Edwin Rios up, and so far 0 for 1 in the game, 6 for 14 on the season. He does have an RBI in the game, 1 of only 2 so far. And there's a strikeout, swing and a miss, and a fastball there near the inside part of the plate. Good job by Curtis. And looking to get out of the 7th now, and there's a grounder to second base, and that will end the top of the 7th inning. So we got stretch time here in Seattle, and well, I mean, his team here, this hometown crowd, has really not had much to cheer about in this game at all, as the offense has really not shown up yet. Here now, Jace Vines, still only 67 pitches, very, very effective so far tonight. There's a swing and a liner into the outfield and into center. That's a single. There's the 6th hit of the game by Seattle. And now Juan Soto on first here with nobody out. Now here's Jared Walsh, over 2 in the game, and that is a changeup that misses for ball 4. So there's a walk, and I think 1st or 2nd of the game for Vines. And well, this might be really the biggest trouble that Jace Vines has found himself in all game this season. And here's Xander Bogaerts, who takes that changeup, very, very good pitch, right outside of the zone. And don't want to face Junior Shelton. He's batting .611 right now this year, so not the batter you want to face with. Oh, I mean, there's probably the runners on base for Urshela regardless, but want to get something good here out of this situation. Xander Bogaerts looks into that 3-2 pitch, and a ground ball, and exactly what the doctor ordered, a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play. And we got an injury update here, and Jared Walsh does not look good as he fell to the ground after running to first base, and man, it could have been much worse, the trainer says, but it likely a severe strain, though. So Jared Walsh is going to have to be put on the injury reserve. One of the more serious injuries that we've seen this season so far. And there's a ground fly ball, and oh my, it is caught at the wall. That ball was robbed. Man, oh man, the wall not very high out there in left field, that would have gone over if it wasn't caught. Man, and that would have given Seattle the lead, and now they are going to have to go into the 9th inning here, down by at least 2 runs. If, the Phoenix Scorpions cannot add on to the lead at all in this one. So, man, oh man, Jace Vines right now is vying for a complete game shutout here. He doesn't even have 90 pitches right now. He certainly has the pitch count to do it. And Brian De La Cruz, line shot to first base for the out. And this would be quite the opening, or not the opening day, but quite the rookie, opening career performance for Vines. Now down to their final out. Here is Seattle. And here comes the first pitch to Soto, and it's a pop-up behind the plate. There's Molina, who is going to bring it in. And that's the end of the game, and I was talking up the Seattle offense, and they proceed to lay a goose egg here against a rookie in Jace Vines. So, man, oh man, I mean, not every game you're going to have, a great offensive showing, but that was, man, pretty sad right there by the Raptors. 2-0, only 6 hits got against Jace Vines in this one. Vines only 3 strikeouts and I think 1 or 2 walks in the game. 6 hits, but 9 innings, no runs allowed, a complete game shutout. And man, oh man, that's quite the way to start your career as a rookie in the bigs. So a lot of double plays in this one, but that is going to do it for me, guys, here. As we have one more episode. We're going to have one more episode before we go into the minor leagues. And then we're going to look at minor league players. And we're going to do a minor league and a prospect showcase, basically, in the next few episodes. So we got one more game in the major league level. Then we'll go down to the minors. So I hope everybody's having a great day. And just subscribe. Remember to subscribe to the channel here so you know when I'm uploading. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.